Hey everybody, it's Tuesday the 23rd and it's my weigh-in day. And as you saw on the thumbnail, I weighed in at 378.8. So that's a total of 27.8 pounds that I've lost so far. It's good to see myself in the 70s. Obviously started in the 400s, then 90s, then 80s, and then 378.8. So I really appreciate everybody's prayers and words of encouragement that you've been sending along. Um, Sometimes I hesitate to share too many details because the last thing I want to do is act like I want any pity or sympathy for the wrong reasons. But I do think that maybe it'll help somebody who has never fasted and wants to fast before. And again, I'm not trying to push people to do a 40-day fast. That's just what I'm doing. I'm just going to encourage you, no matter what you're doing, to set a goal and believe in yourself and keep up with it. But so I will share a few things. This last week was it was the hardest so far. Um, I think Saturday I tried to go bowling with my son, and I got really weak and lightheaded, and felt like I was going to pass out. And I had to actually have my wife come and get him so that I didn't put him in any danger trying to drive home like that. She ended up just taking me as well. We just left the car there. Um, so I was a bit puzzled, why I still felt so, weak and lightheaded after what on Saturday that would have been 10 days fasting. I would have hoped to have gone into full ketosis and started to get what I needed. And I thought about quitting for health reasons. I think I'm pretty determined. I'm not going to quit for the usual reasons, but obviously, if my health isn't doing well, I need to take care of myself. So prayed about it, and I had my wife, as she got me home and just plopped me on a recliner. She went and got some ketone strips, and we measured my ketones to see if I was in full ketosis. For some reason or other, I was only in the moderate range, so something going on there. And I was so weak that my wife did make me a shake, a protein shake, to try and pep me back up. So that's the first thing I've had besides water and then the medications I was taking. Helped me feel a little bit better, but I still couldn't understand why I wasn't in ketosis. So I started to wonder if it was some of the medicines that I was taking. So I stopped taking all the medicines that I didn't need to take, like for cholesterol and stuff like that, stuff that should get better on its own as I lose weight. And then I took my measurements for ketones a couple days later, and I was almost at the full rating on the scale. So good news there. And I was able to get back on, to my full diet, with the exception of I kind of forgot this in my research that sometimes electrolytes can be a problem. So I am taking some Pedialyte, which I don't like to take because it has a little bit of sugar in it, but I'm only doing that until um, some electrolyte powder mix shows up that I ordered via the web, that has no carbs, no sugar, no carbohydrates. I mean, no calories. And a friend of mine swears by it when he fasts. So it shouldn't affect my fast. Should allow me to do water, plus this electrolyte mix, and help me to continue on, to fast from food for 40 days or whatever my body allows. So back on track. Obviously, my weight loss for the 3-day span between Saturday and Tuesday wasn't as big as some of the other spans, which I expected because in that shake had a banana in it and stuff like that. But that was just because I wasn't sure if I can continue. But now that I know I can, no more of those shakes. So here's my calendar. Where today's day 13, and tomorrow will be the 14th day, which will tie my longest fast ever, and then we'll keep trucking. I was actually able to I recovered well over the weekend, and Sunday I actually played volleyball with my wife, and my 2 kids came along. It was a lot of fun. I was only able to play about 3 games, but that's the first time I've done that in a long time. So it was just a glimpse of what's to come, and I'm really excited about it. I want to share a story that I found online, and this moved me so much that I actually used it when I was leading the message Some people call it preaching. I don't really call it preaching, but leading the message down at the ministry that I volunteer at, Message and a Meal in downtown St. Louis. It's a ministry for the homeless and addicted, and I was I was scheduled to lead the message, and I really wanted to find something that would. I mean, when you think about it, you only have 10, 15 minutes to impact people, maybe once a month or two, and I wanted to just really make it count. You know what I mean? I wanted to share something that really, affected people in a positive way and really stuck with them. So as as normally I just prayed about it, and I started looking, on the internet, and I found this story, and I want to share it with you because it was extremely, extremely encouraging to me. And I have it printed out, and I'll put the camera on it so that you can read along. It's called The Elephant Rope. It says, a gentleman was walking through an elephant camp in Africa, and he couldn't help but notice that the elephants weren't being kept in cages or held by use of chains. All that was holding them back from escaping the camp was a small piece of rope tied from a small stake in the ground to one of their legs. As the man gazed upon the elephants, he was completely confused as to why the elephants didn't just use their strength to break the rope or pull out the stake and escape the camp. They could easily have done so, but they didn't try at all. Curious and wanting to know the answer, he asked a trainer nearby why the elephants were just standing there and never tried to escape. This is what the trainer replied. When they are very young and much smaller, we use the same size rope to tie them, and at that age, it's enough. It's enough to hold them. As they grow up, they are conditioned to believe they cannot break away. They believe the rope can still hold them, so they never try to break free. The only reason that the elephants weren't breaking free and escaping from the camp was that over time they adopted the belief that it just wasn't possible. I probably don't even need to say more, right? How many times are we conditioned to believe that we can't break free from the things that hold us back? In my case, this is about freeing from the bondage of being overweight and my health declining rapidly at too young of an age because of it, and just deciding I wasn't gonna live like that anymore. And I hope that story encourages you. I know there's a lot of people that didn't have great childhoods. I know I didn't, and you just kind of adopt a belief about your limitations and about your abilities. That's a lie. It's a lie, and we have to change our belief system first, and then our actions need to follow. Um, so anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. I hope it blesses you and encourages you. If you are like me and those elephants that allow things to keep us bound up, even though with God's strength we can do all things, and He can break every chain. So be encouraged, and again, thanks for your all support. Take care.